Hello, and welcome to the third episode of Season Two's Consumer Loyalty Webinar. In this episode, we're diving in the Pay More, Get More credit and gift card strategy. So today we're going to talk about how to plan credit-based campaigns that outlast seasonal spikes, how APAC consumers are rewiring spending decisions, and how to build a credit system within your brand that drives 20% or even higher LTV. Now, if you haven't already, once again, here is your chance to get your hands on our 2025 APAC Consumer Loyalty Report. This report covers all the latest loyalty must-reads for marketing leaders today. So, in one point of time, pushing out gift cards and campaigns and credits seems like such a Starbucks thing to do, right? But today's businesses are looking at gift cards and credit systems differently. How are we redefining these tools as opportunity spaces rather than nice to haves in our businesses? And another thing that businesses are thinking today is how do we then fully utilize it? And what are some campaigns we could start with within credit and gift card systems? A decade ago, gift cards used to be a very niche thing to do, but they aren't dead. They're in fact evolving. So global spend on gift cards today is to hit 3.8 trillion by the year 2034. And with APAC leading at a 38% market share, most Southeast Asian brands are still treating vouchers like basic discounts. And we're seeing a lot of brands in Asia today, for example, Starbucks having reloadable credit types, Lazada and Shopee having store credits across their platform, IKEA having more prepaid and reload type gift cards and credits, as well as Jollibee with fixed value gift coupons as well. So Southeast Asia is seeing a shift in the way gift cards are being used. So outside of seasonal giftings, we're also seeing a rise in corporate and B2B adoptions on the rise. In bulk purchasing or even gift cards for employee incentives and vendor giftings are on the rise across APAC. E-gift cards are also the primary choice in this digital-first era, driven with the rise of instant delivery as well as omni-channel expansion where gift cards are being used even within physical and digital spaces. Here's what already is around us. So a couple of gift card and voucher models you can start thinking about is that the first being our very reloadable value store value cards. So these are pretty common and works because it's just money deposited within your value cards. These could also go for single or limited use models as well. We're of course also seeing it being digitized and usually redeemable only through a platform to keep them within the app's ecosystem. Now, in terms of umbrella ecosystems, we're also seeing malls and also department stores utilizing a more umbrella ecosystem where the voucher or the gift cards or credits can be used across different brands within the same business itself. Well, the top 3 use cases today are now ranging from birthdays, festivities, but also the up-and-comer mentioned previously, employee rewards. So repeated usage is usually the highest within reloadable and in-app credits ecosystems. So most brands today choose to build a credit system rather than giving a one-off promotional discount because this actually keeps their customers in the loop and grows their own credit ecosystem within the business. A 20% discount is gone forever, but when it's $20 or the 20% equivalent in credit form, then things are different. With a 10 to 35% average industry breakage rate from unused credit, your customers get to use credits within your ecosystem, and oftentimes this isn't even fully used. So a credit system in your own brand's internal currency are credits that are earned, gifted, topped up, or rewarded and spent only within your ecosystem. So to further amplify this, smart brands are building credits that encourages future behaviors rather than the now. Rather than spend $100 today and get $20 off now, which is basically just saying, here's the discount for what you just did, we're seeing more of spend $100 today and get your $20 off for your next round. Brands are now choosing to find that balance between reinforcing current AOV behaviors with reinforcing repeat purchases. So giving here's value for what you'll do next is something that brands are doing more and more today. And here's a trend that we're seeing growing in China and more recently making its way to businesses in Southeast Asia like Singapore as well. Restaurants are offering a full waiver on their current meals when they top up credits within their credit ecosystem. So the question here is, would you say no to a free meal if your bill was 500, but if you top up 1,000 credit today, your meal is free? So that's not a discount. That's actually perceived value. And as consumers, most of us would probably jump on that bandwagon. So why does it work so well, you may ask? Is because the way that you frame, market, and scale your credit system is anchored to the value of future credits, tying it in with social currency, where having credits instantly creates the emotional loyalty of feeling like a VIP and connecting with the brand, unbeknownst to them, building future loyalty without ever using the word loyalty. So this feels like a hack, like you're gaming the system, and it's happening more than you think, especially in China and parts of Southeast Asia right now. And the great news is this model is being used today and scaled fast across industries such as retail, wellness, and even hotels that are riding across this model. So for example, in retail, you're seeing load $50 more on shopping credits and you get an extra merch for free, or maybe you get $10 for free on your next purchase. In wellness and fitness, it's also a preloading type of mechanic where you preload 10 sessions today and you get maybe 3 free instantly. And even in hotels are running paid packages such as prepay $800 in room credit and your stay for 2 nights is free. And why is APAC so ready for this? So we're seeing fintechs encouraging this behavior, trickling it down to simple consumerism like credit systems today. APAC consumers are ready for credit systems to scale into more parts of their consumer behavior. So the rise of gifting culture is also spreading across Southeast Asia countries. With the extent community-driven consumerism, it only makes sense to hit both emotional and rational purchasing decisions. And many businesses has already created their internal ecosystem through the tendencies of building super app mindsets that customers are so familiar around APAC today. And last but not least, it only helps even more that we already have the rise of plug-and-play solutions, such as credit issuance possible through CRMs, APIs, as well as loyalty tools. So here are a couple of campaign outlooks on credit systems. First, with your classic preload to unlock. So for example, load an X amount of dollars to unlock your reward instantly. Next, we also have our referral credit loops. So businesses are usually using this to scale new product or category adoptions. And the psychology here combines social proof with tangible rewards. And across strong markets such as Philippines, Indonesia, and Vietnam, this can actually drop CAC by 30 to even 50%. And next is our surprise and delight campaigns with gamification methods to give credits across platforms. So with the dopamine hit, most brands easily have been able to boost conversion by 10 to 25%, especially in price-sensitive audiences. So just an overview of these campaign ideas where your top-up to unlock model actually helps anchors value and increase AOV. Your referral credit loop decreases customer acquisition costs, as well as get high quality acquisitions that looks like your existing customers, as well as your surprise and delight campaigns where it is a gamified dopamine hit, which is not only just good for branding, as well, it is also good for retention. So if your goal is to drive higher return behaviors and an increased AOV, test out your strategy across, let's just say, a 30-day time frame, tracking your AOV, repeat rate, and return on average spend accordingly. Now let me show you 4 credit tactics that consistently has been able to deliver 20% or more increase in customer lifetime value across APAC markets. So the first one is the targeted location use. Now, instead of generic credits, trigger offers when customers are near your stores. Identify those trigger moments. So for example, you're 5 minutes away, load $50 now and get free delivery forever. So these are some really good touch points that you can identify in your customer journey to be able to reach out to them with your credit campaigns. So instead of cashback, try thinking about cashback as giving credits with bonus values. So This way, your customers will think they're winning and you keep your revenue circulating. And another way to increase CLTV is also future category bundling. So for example, if you're a coffee shop, give them pastry credits. If you run a beauty store or aesthetic wellness business, give them skincare credits. Force discovery along the way and increase their basket size even without them knowing. Now, last but not least, another easy and quick win way to increase CLTV is by introducing time-limited incentives. So create urgency without desperation. For example, load by Friday, unlock your weekend VIP perks this week itself. How can you then steal this strategy? Step one, like we've said, find your high average order value moment, which is your AOV moment. When are your customers already spending? Hit them with a top-up offer. Step two, you can think about it, making today's purchase free in exchange for future commitment, because psychology beats math every single time. And as you move forward, you can start framing your credit offers as a smart investment, not just a cheap deal, because your customers want to think that they're making a great choice by locking in today's pricing for their future purchases. Now, moving on, you can also start to test urgency windows. You can experiment versus today-only bonuses versus a 30-day value offering. But usually today-only bonuses often outperform month-long offers. Last but not least, you need to keep margins safe via breakage, restrictions, or bonus on select SKUs, because not all credits needs to be universal. So what's really happening here is truly behind the psychology. When you're introducing prepaid commitment, you're saying once they've paid, the decision is made. And you're also getting rid of cart abandonment and no more price surfing between them across your competitors. And instant gratification is also going to push them to have their future spending locked in. And with the average prepaid customer visiting 40% more frequently and spending 25% more per visit, you're also naturally gonna get a higher customer lifetime value, all whilst increasing your average order value and fundamentally changing customer behavior. So, where is tech going with this? Digital first is going to be everything. Everything's moving to programmatic. API integrated, data-driven systems. If you can't automate it, you're already behind. And your CRM isn't just storing data anymore. We're seeing CRM systems auto-deploying credits for birthdays, cart abandonment, and customer retention. Manual campaigns are starting to go a little bit extinct. Forward-thinking businesses are connecting everything from POS systems to their loyalty platforms, payment processing, CRM, where one customer action is able to trigger multiple automated response. Now, let me show you how this works in practice. Here's Secret Recipe's gift card system powered by Zionic POS integration with Eber's loyalty marketing platform. So, first and foremost, the customer purchases a gift card at any Secret Recipe location through Zionic's POS, and the operations staff then enters a gift code directly into the integrated system, and Zionic's system automatically applies that value to the customer's transaction and member profile in real time. No manual entry, no human error, no delayed processing. The tech handles everything seamlessly. And here's what the customer experiences with integrated e-wallet systems look like. First, the payment process itself. When a customer reaches checkout, the staff can instantly access their Eber wallet balance right there in the system. No separate app to look up. The customer can then choose to apply any amount they want towards their purchase, whether that's using their full credit balance or just a portion of it. Now, here's the actual transaction flow from the customer's perspective. They place their order as normal, and when it's time to pay, they simply select the Eber wallet as their payment option. They specify exactly how much credit they want to redeem for this purchase, and immediately their receipt shows their updated balance. That's it. 4 simple steps. Enter order, select Eber wallet payment, specify the redemption amount, and see the member's detail on Xeonix's POS system. No friction, no confusion, no separate processes. That's the beauty of this integration with Xeonix, is that customers don't think of it as using loyalty credits. It just becomes another payment method that happens to keep them engaged with your brand. And for your staff, it's completely seamless. To wrap it all up, here are the 3 big takeaways. First, make gift card entry points into loyalty. Stop thinking about gift cards as final transactions because they're actually customer acquisition tools that feed into your loyalty system. Now, credit is a system, not a one-off campaign, because one-off credit promotions are dead. Build systematic credit flows that trigger automatically based on your customer behavior. Now, last but not least, value framing always beats discounting. So start learning to value frame your campaigns through your gift card and credit strategy. So instead of a 20% off, try something like lock in $200 worth of experience. Same economics, better psychology. So the brands winning credit aren't just running better campaigns, they're building better systems. The tech is here. The question is, are we ready to use it? And that's all for today's webinar, where we've analyzed today's gift card and credit strategies. If you're curious to learn more about your loyalty strategy, visit us at eber.co. Till the next episode, see you soon.